This here is the DJI Osmo Action. So today we'll be using this action camera to put together a POV style edit. So what you're gonna need to do is strap the camera onto your head. A more efficient way of doing it is using a head strap like this one, or just writing down on the camera like this. Alright, so we're gonna play the video. I'm gonna zoom in, zoom out, look at the keyboard, and then I'm gonna make it seem like I put my head down on the table. 3, 2, 1, have it playing. Zoom into the monitor, zoom out. So for this one, I'm just gonna bite down on the camera. Let's go. There you go. Whee! Whee! So for this shot, I tried to frame it properly. I then pressed play. I moved back a bit after a few seconds, paused the video, then flipped the iPad over to cover most of the frames so that I can do a masking transition to the next clip. So this type of video works great on Instagram. The beginning and the ending are the same clip, but at different parts. So when the video reaches the end on Instagram, it automatically plays again in an endless loop. Alright, so for the next one, I'm going to do it in the hallway here. What I'm going to do is pretend that I just ran into the hallway and I'm confused about which door to go to. And then I decide to go to the opposite door. Editing this together afterwards was the easy part. All I did in the first two clips was end the first one by placing the camera down so it turned to black. Then I started the second clip down all the way on the ground and then lift it up to connect the two clips. For the push-up scene to swinging my daughter, all I did was make sure that both clips were moving in the same direction. So after the push-ups, I slowly turned to the right, as with the spinning shot. So for the spinning to iPad transition, I just placed the iPad clip on top and looked for the spot on the iPad where it was properly framed. Then I just made sure that it was lined up properly with the clip. I then masked the flip over afterwards so that it would reveal the next clip. This one was just a simple shot, but at the end, I masked the part of the book wiping across the screen, which then revealed the next scene. There's nothing special with this clip, I just followed the movement of my hands, then I made sure that the next clip did the exact same movement. So as I dropped the last shirt down into my laundry basket, I did the same in the bathroom scene as well. The end of the scene was just me opening the door. The trick here is to get as close as possible to the opening of the door so that you have a lot less masking to do afterwards. And then one last mask at the end here using the draw mask tool to reveal the same clip that I used at the beginning. So to make this an endless loop on Instagram, pick your clip, cut it at the point where you want it to start, and take the last half that you cut off and put that at the very beginning, and the remaining at the very end of the video. This will make it one endless loop on Instagram. Another important thing is to make sure to add sound design. Without it, the video will look dead. So I wasn't happy with how the video looked without it, but as soon as I added in all the sounds, everything just came to life. And a lot of the sounds that I used were recorded in camera. And a special thanks to DJI for sponsoring this video. That fun cinematic sequence that you saw at the beginning of the video, all that was shot using the DJI Osmo Action. And if you guys are not too familiar with the Osmo Action, it is an action/sports camera made by DJI. It's a small, compact camera with a ton of features. The first feature that I think is awesome is the dual screen. So there's one in the front and one on the back. This is great for vlogging since you'll be able to see yourself when you're talking to the camera. And another reason why I was so excited to shoot with the Osmo Action was because of their in-body stabilization called Rock Steady. So throughout the whole shoot, I wasn't worried about the video becoming too shaky. I was just focused on getting my shots and making sure that everything was in frame. So I busted through doors, I spun my daughter around. I didn't have to worry about everything because everything came out smooth. And of course, another key feature that I like is being able to shoot at higher frame rates. So on this camera, you can do 4K 60 frames per second, meaning that I'll be able to slow down my footage in post afterwards. So if you want to learn more about the Osmo Action, make sure to click on the link in the description down below.
It's my time in my prime, this the prime time, pretty content. Are you content? No